What is up, guys? Welcome to Legacy TCG, back with your daily dose of Edison. Today we have Collectible Exchange's 3v3 tournament, and this is round 5, so the very last round between Jack playing Twilight versus Roberto on Vayu Turbo. So should be a really fun time. Jack's team's X and 1, my team X and 2. So potentially Jack could make it to the top 4, but it's gonna be extremely unlikely. But we're gonna get some good games anyways. He's gonna kick the hamster back to the deck. It's gonna special Raiko face down. If you didn't know, Erin, how she works in Edison is if she kicks, the monster is gonna get flipped face up. If it's a Raiko, or in this case hamster, it goes back to the deck and then finishes its effect from the deck. So if it's Raiko, it flips face up, pops a card, and then goes back to the deck, mills 3. So let's see. Oh wow, that's pretty good start from Roberto, milling a synchro right off the top. Popping the face down, looks like it's a plague spreader. Yeah. Roberto, extremely strong Vayu Turbo player. Card Addiction's Season 11 champion. So we go Gale, Synchro into Cataster. That's going to deal with Erin. There's no Necro, so we're just not going to interact with that monster. You know, don't want Honest to come down to fight us. So Cataster is going to be a good answer right here. We're going to swing. That pops that. We're going to take 23. Quick 1-2 punch. Set a card and pass. Nice. Alright. Unfortunately, it looks like Jack has all the gas in hand, all the power cards. JD, Chaos Sorcerer, Dark Arm Dragon, a Wolf, and Pot of Avarice. So a little bricky. He might get overwhelmed if Roberto keeps pushing on the gas. So he's going to summon Plague, maybe go into Stardust Dragon in fear of Raiko. Yeah. Comes that. Let's see. So he did use his normal summon. I guess if he really wanted to, he could Burial and then just go even harder. But yeah. Probably unnecessary. We're going to swing for 23. Alright. Oh my gosh, we draw. So this is the bad part about Twilight, is you can end up with hands like this, right? Where like you have all the power but no mill. Essentially the only mill that we had this entire game was the Aaron. And without those pieces milling cards to your grave, then the cards that he has in hand are just clogging up. And he really just needs like a Charger Light Brigade, a Lila, anything. And if Roberto manages to stop that mill, because he hasn't seen a mill in like 2 turns, right? So if he stops it, then he might just be cooked, right? Yeah, we got a ton of options. We have Brain Control, Top Deck Plague, Burial. He might just make a push right here. We're at 3,400 life points, and yeah, there was no Gores last turn, so it's probably safe. We're gonna go Card Trooper. Mill 3, Dark Arm Dragon, couple traps. Unfortunate, but that's just the reality of random milling. I guess we could just do Brain Control here. Take the Chaos Sorcerer, top deck for Plague, Burial, and then just kind of push for the game. Yep, cool. We're gonna sync this. Darken, that's an excellent monster. Uses effect, bring down to 21, and even with just these on board, he's fine. He doesn't really need to do much else. And with this, we're gonna go to a game 2. Oh my gosh, I just saw his draw. He was drawing a Gareth, so that's another non-milling piece. So that is the type of things you're gonna have to deal with when you're playing with that much power. Is sometimes your deck don't want to mill, it just wants to hang out in your hand and not go to grave. So, but nonetheless, a very powerful strategy. Just the reality is you will come across hands where you're just not gonna have the engine going. Okay, Lila, good start. End phase, mill 3, 1, 2, 3. Heavy Storm, Snipe Hunter, and a Ryko go down. I actually saw a lot of Snipe Hunters at my locals last week. It was kind of everywhere. I was like, what the heck? I went from seeing 0 Snipe Hunter to many. So he's gonna take 300 right here. Tragodia is gonna get dropped. Solo recharge. Okay, this is much different from game 1. We got 3 names engraved: Lila, Jane, and Ryko. We have the mills, but we don't have the power cards. The only power card we really have is, I guess, Gores. I guess Chaos Sorcerer is a power card in there too. Might just use this Tragodia with its 6, 12, 18, 24, 2400 stat. I think we just use the Tragodia to run over this Sirocco because it has the attack power right now, and then you can pitch to special with the Lumina. And then all we really want is the mill, so we have options later on. There we go. So I think he has 5, 6. Can take 1,000 here, I believe. And set card, pass. Okay. Ryko's nice. So now it's at 6, 12, 18, 2400 attack power. A little bit weaker than it was previously. Yeah, I tried Tragodia in Machina back in my cooking days where I was cooking with Chaos Machina. That was fun. But with Chaos Machina, 9 Darks, the rest machines, you just come across too much variance. Ryko is gonna pop the Tragodia. I guess he could have not popped it, but I guess kind of scary giving Roberto a body, so you just prefer not to. We also like yeah, Roberto would have to invest a little bit more to convert it. If he had a Sirocco, maybe you can trap tribute over it, but I think just burning the body is safe enough. If he took it in the first place, he probably has a way to change it to something else. Okay, Cold Wave. It's shivering out here. Cold Wave into, what is that? Lumina? Lumina is gonna pitch. What are we pitching? We got Card Trooper. I think we can... No. We got a Gores and a Chaos Sorcerer. He pitches something. Gets Gareth. Looks like he pitches the Kaiku, so we have Chaos Sorcerer and Gores in hand. We could look to make a strong push right here, backed up by Gores. Wow! He just Cold Wave end phase? Interesting, okay. Alright, alright. Maybe he was afraid of Ryko, and he just wants his mill to come out. Okay, I guess that makes sense. We're gonna banish Gareth. Got a Necro engrave, alright. 4 names engraved, more than 4 names really. And then Berto's going to activate the Vayu, bring out this Armwing. And there's no Honest, he lets the Lumina go down as well. So we take 14, 23. He did have the option to Necro, but with no other way to stop the second attack, there's no point really, right? And he has this Gores to answer these monsters. Alright, we're debating. Do we summon our Chaos Sorcerer? I think maybe we just turn our stuff to attack, see what happens, and whatever happens, whatever's left on board, we just deal with it. But he's gonna add the Chaos Sorcerer. Oh, there's some really bad alarm. Hopefully you guys don't hear it. Like ringing pretty bad. It's gonna go banish with Chaos Sorcerer, special in defense. And then I guess he feels a little bit uncomfortable with swinging with everything. Is a little bit afraid of that back row. Oh, thank God. It's the... Oh my goodness. The last card was Dark Arm Dragon. Holy moly. Yeah, playing against Twilight, they bring out the dragon quite often. They're able to manipulate the graveyard with Pot of Avarice really well. So let's go 27, 28, and 24. All right, game number 3. This is for all the marbles. Let's go. Tea set from Roberto. Got a DD Crow in hand, so we can fix that grave a little bit. Oh, Dust Shoot's gonna take a look at the hand. So I got Gore's Trap Dust Shoot, Cyber Dragon, something, Recharge. It looks like he gets rid of a Lightsworn. He's left with Reincarnation, Recharge, Treacherous Trap Hole, Gore's, and Cyber Dragon. So that was a very, very important Trap Dust Shoot. It might really just change the course of this target. Like, it's just a game-winning dust shoot right there, really. Roberto's gonna know exactly what he's dealing with, what he has to play around. He knows how to play around Gore's, Treacherous Trap Hole. Cyber Dragon's gonna come in and he's gonna get blown up by the Raikou. Alright, Mills, Burial, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Okay, Rhoda, summon Armageddon Knight. Now, Armageddon Knight's kind of annoying. Like, he's a really powerful on-summon monster, and he's just like a... I don't know, 1400 attack is like... not that bad. I guess all the gadgets would be annoying in the same category too, right? Because they just replace themselves and you still have to deal with them. Not like the strongest dude you've ever seen, but annoying enough to, you know, you're gonna have to answer it. But you know, if you just slam down a monster that's bigger than 14, say Jane, Gareth, Aaron, I guess they all deal with it. So. But we're not gonna play anything. We're just gonna pass over to Roberto, and then at some point he may look to strike, but he has to consider the Gore's coming down. So if he doesn't have an answer, he's most likely not going to put himself in a situation where it gets him killed. Oh, what is that? Pardon me. Phone call. Okay, Gale. We can ping him with 13. Yeah, he's gonna do it on the first hit. He risked Roberto not attacking with the second monster, but either way, it really gets answered by the Gale. The Gale shrinks it. Armageddon eats the token. And then now we're left with an Armor Master. Maybe we can draw into a Caius or something like that. That'd be great. Treacherous Trap Hole is still alive, so we can get rid of any 2 monsters on the field. We got Honest JD, DD Crow, Recharge, Treacherous Trap Hole. Alright, yeah, this hand is looking similar to game 1, where we have a lot of gas in hand, but no milling. Which is super unfortunate. We might, let's see, we might have to like reincarnate a Lightsworn. Okay, yeah, we might have to. We're gonna reincarnate for the Raikou. DD Crow is gonna answer the reincarnation, so we just pitch 2 cards and it gets outed by the DD Crow. That's super unfortunate. Treacherous Trap Hole is gonna blow up the board. I guess he could have waited a little bit longer on that Treacherous Trap Hole, but I don't know. We're gonna go Lila, Pop Oppression. Okay. And we're gonna mill 3. He mills a duplicate name, which is unfortunate. I think we only have one name engraved. That's not the greatest spot to be in right now. Raiko's gonna pop Lila, mill 3. Mills an oppression in return. What do you guys think about Royal Oppression versus Lightsword? I've had mixed opinions about it. You know, because they have a lot of really good spell and trap destruction with Lila, so they're like, you know, you shouldn't even bother citing the oppression, because really you're just kind of stopping the JD. And I guess the wolves, Lumina. I don't know. There's a lot of things. Chaos Sorcerer, Dark Arm Dragon. I don't know. Maybe good in Twilight. But we're gonna activate DD Crow. Is gonna be pitched from hand. I guess we hit the Vayu because Vayu, maybe Vayu. I think there's only one left. He's gonna go for the big boy. And yeah, the push is stopped. We're just left with a 1900 strike. We're gonna pass the turn. Oh my gosh, the Necro is drawn. Tribute 4 Kaias, burn that for 1,000, and with these two it's gonna be enough to seal the deal. Alrighty, yeah, super unfortunate game 1 and game 3 from Jack. It just looked like the deck wanted to self-destruct on itself. That and the trap dust shoot game 3 from Robert. Yeah, right here, the trap dust shoot was super important in sealing the deal for Roberto. So either way, it's fun games. We got to see Jack pop off game 2 with all that power. Let's see, where was it? It was like Gore's Dark Arm Dragon. Right here, Dark Arm Dragon token, Gore's Chaos Sorcerer. This happens a lot, really. And then you can like mix in a JD. He probably has enough names for JD as well, so the deck can push out a ton of damage, right? But what you also see is the deck can just draw all your gas, and then they just don't have the milling potential to get there. So if you keep the Lightstorm player in an early game state of no names, no real darks, or you know, dark and light combination, then you can overrun them. That's really the game plan, or at least what I'm thinking when going against Lightstorm. Just don't give them any time. The more time, the worse it gets for you. And then like Solar Recharge and Charge of Light Brigade really accelerates that timeline. So yeah, but sometimes it'll just be like deck want to draw all the bombs with no setup, and it just be what it be. But yeah, hope you guys like the videos. Hit that subscribe button if you want to catch more, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.